Welcome this evening. It is so good to have you. My name is Neil Harmon. I'm a co-founder of Angel Studios. And tonight we are going to answer the question on how one can watch Cabrini. We're also going to take some time for you to ask any questions, and we'll answer questions you may have. So please put your questions in the comments, and we'll take some time to answer those questions. We've had such an incredible response to Cabrini and its theatrical run. First off, this is the first, I think there have been a couple of faith-based titles that have had a positive score from the critics and a wonderful score from the audiences, but Cabrini, I believe, is the highest score ever for both. Now, that on top of having an almost $20 million theatrical run here in the United States, Cabrini the response is Cabrini. I just was reading recently that somebody had gone to the film 5 times. This film is my daughter, who's 18 years old. She says it's her favorite film ever. And I've heard that reaction from many people, that this is the best film they've ever seen. And I've heard from many more that it's in their top 3. So Cabrini is just one of those films. I like to call it a motion painting rather than a motion picture, because Alejandro Monteverde and executive producers Eustace Wolfington and Leo Severino and their team just did such a masterful job crafting this film and this story to honor Cabrini, but also to dare us to be like Cabrini. And that's one of the things that people come away from this film is feeling like that they want to be better, that they can do more with their life. And it's just such an inspiring thing. So we're going to go over some testimonials. We're going to talk about how you can watch Cabrini right now. And then we're going to take your questions and answers. So as far as reaction, the love and passion behind this film, we first saw it in the raving reviews. And then we're hearing from people that missed the theatrical window. Cabrini is still available in a few theaters, I think just over 100. But people are saying, I missed it. I wanted to watch the film. And when will Cabrini be available outside of theaters? Well, we're happy to announce that as of today, the full Cabrini film is available for members of the Angel Guild. Now, you can go to angel.com/Cabrini and sign up for the Angel Guild today. In fact, there's an option there that is less than the price of a single movie ticket for going to the theaters in many places. And it's the perfect opportunity for a family weekend movie night. My 9-year-old was so thrilled that we let her and all of her older siblings go see this movie. And now there's some moments in this movie that could be hard. We didn't have our 4-year-old or our 6-year-old watch this movie, but from 9 up all the way to parents, everyone loved this movie. So thank you for all of our Angel Guild members who voted for Cabrini, who helped us release Cabrini in theaters. And now you get to be the first to enjoy streaming Cabrini. So for some people watching, you may not know what the Angel Guild is all about. And we want to explain to you what is the Angel Guild and why one would want to join the Angel Guild. So the Angel Guild is a critical part of Angel Studios' mission to tell stories that amplify light. We cannot, at Angel, greenlight a movie unless the Angel Guild greenlights it for us first. Doesn't matter, as founders, we just can't do it. So we take the decisions from the Angel Guild to decide what Angel Studios should release in theaters. So Guild members, you get to choose what's next at Angel. Now, there's some other wonderful benefits to being a member of the Angel Guild. This group of people, that's about 275,000 people and growing, are part of a movement to shape the future of entertainment. We have an annual event that's coming up. It's called Angel Illuminate. It will be broadcast on May 9th. And we're going to go into detail on what kind of an impact this group of 250,000 people are having on the world. It's very exciting. So you get to shape the future of entertainment. You choose what's next at Angel. You, like, as in Cabrini, you get to stream Cabrini before anybody else, which is a first in the industry. Normally, there's what's called the pay one window and other ways to distribute. But the guild members, those who chose the titles, get to stream it first. You support future episodes and seasons. We estimate that when we reach 1 million guild members, that we'll be able to support up to 10 TV series, like full seasons of TV series or films every year, just from the Angel Guild. That's an incredible impact on society. And finally, you can also save. So guild members, premium guild members receive a 20% discount on any merchandise in the Angel store. And also, Angel Guild members premium guild members get to receive complimentary tickets to every single Angel theatrical release. So by being a member of the Angel Guild, you become part of a movement that helps shape the future of entertainment, funds beautiful stories that amplify light. You get complimentary tickets to every Angel theatrical release. You get discounts on merchandise, and you get to watch all the shows before anyone else. Now, what's not only exciting that you get to watch Cabrini first is that right now, as a member of the Angel Guild, you can watch shows that we're still considering first. So I can't say what the titles are because they haven't yet been greenlit by you, but there are the next Cabrinis and Sound of Freedoms and The Chosens that are coming through the Angel Guild right now. And as a member, you get to watch them before anybody else. And you get to decide whether to greenlight them. So it's just something that's never been available in the industry before. Essentially, you guys are the Hollywood executives at Angel Studios. So you're the gate openers. When Hollywood has a very few elite gatekeepers, you're the gate openers. So early access, super early access, because you get to greenlight stuff, complimentary tickets, discounts on merch, and you help fund future shows. My children were so excited today because they got to watch episode 4 of the Wingfeather Saga. So there's lots of shows available right now in the Angel Guild, and this group is having an outsized impact on culture. So now that you know the importance of the Angel Guild and the influence and impact that you can have as a guild member, we'll show you where to sign up. So go to angel.com/Cabrini. There's the guild website. It's easy to sign up to join the guild. You can be watching Cabrini in a matter of a minute. So we hope that you'll join the movement. Help us decide what gets made and benefit from early access and many other things from the Angel Guild. So now that we've gone over what the guild is, and you can see there are a bunch of titles that are coming. If we have any questions, let's get to those questions. First question, what was your favorite scene or moment from the film? Ooh, that's a great question. So mine, honestly, I was very touched when Cabrini brought, so there's a scene, and this is a spoiler, so spoiler alert, if you've already seen the film, might want to close your ears or if you haven't seen the film, then you might want to close your ears. But there's a scene in the film when a young orphan shoots a gun and hits a pimp in the leg with a bullet, and he has to go to the doctor, and he ends up being okay. He lives, but Cabrini goes back to this boy and brings his pistol, and this boy had this had been a family pistol, and in fact, there's a very sad story what happened to his father in the movie. But Cabrini's sitting across the table, and she slides the pistol over to the boy and returns it to him. She says, "This belongs to you, but we and the I and the children are very interested in what you're going to choose to do with it." She saw him as a human being, not as a child, not as somebody to be coddled or to tell them what to do or to take his gun because he had made a mistake with it. She saw him as someone who could be worthy of the same kind of respect that a full-grown adult should be. Children and adults should both be treated with respect. And she said, I've removed the bullets, but you can decide what to do with this gun. And he decided to destroy the gun and served in the orphanage. That's my favorite scene. I think there's so many good scenes. So, any other questions? What kind of social impact is the film Cabrini having? That's a great question. I think that I'll share a story. I have a colleague whose family, after watching Cabrini, began volunteering in an orphanage themselves. And I think this is an example of impact. I have another colleague who traveled to Mexico City to screen Cabrini as it opened in Mexico, and he visited an orphanage with thousands and thousands of girls that had been homeless or trafficked or had other struggles and had become orphans. And this orphanage is after the order of Mother Cabrini. Like it's part of her legacy, the way this orphanage was set up. And when they entered the room, thousands of these girls stood up and began singing. And Christiana, who plays Cabrini in this film, was present. And she walked through these thousands of children, heard their stories, and heard them sing. And she says, "I finally understand what Mother Cabrini was all about." So the film is lifting the hearts of orphans worldwide. It is inspiring people to get involved and help orphans. And it is just beloved by all who view it. Do we have any other questions? We hope that you'll go to angel.com/Cabrini and join the Angel Guild so you can watch Cabrini before anybody else. And you can watch it with your entire family tonight. So I saw another question come up. If you could bring that back up for me, I'll go ahead and answer that question. How did the Angel Guild impact the release of Cabrini? So the important thing about the Angel Guild is that when we announce a film, the theaters give us a certain number of locations where we can show the film. And then the Angel Guilds, they have the Angel Guild get those complimentary tickets and they fill the seats of the theaters. And then the theaters give us more locations, and then the film reaches more people, and it's this virtuous cycle where the Angel Guild is ensuring that the stories that come through Angel have a home in the theaters and become part of the cultural conversation. This is very important, and you can see as Guild members and as those who are interested in the Guild, the kind of reactions that are happening. We've got a video on reactions from the audience on Cabrini.
Sa essere al servizio della nostra debolezza o del nostro scopo. It's a story that has moved me many times, and I just hope that the work we're doing will reach the audience the same way it's reached my heart.
But really, I cried, I laughed, I'm inspired, I'm in awe of this woman. This movie should be seen by all.
100 million eyes.
And it should be seen by women and girls. And I mean, I want to leave here, and not only am I moved, I want to be a better person.
So empowering for women.
This is the blockbuster waiting to happen.
As a mother and daughter, I think it was an inspiring experience.
What a fabulous film.
So inspired to go in my life like she did hers. To love them. Sorry.
Can you introduce yourself?
Alejandro Monteverde. I'm the director.
My name is Cristiana Delana.
And I play Francesca Cabrini.
My name is Eustace Wolfington. I'm the executive producer of Cabrini. Do you recognize these buildings? The Rockefeller Center, the Vanderbilt Mansion, and the Columbus Hospital, which was founded and built by Mother Cabrini in the early 1900s.
She established 67 institutions in her lifetime, which is even unheard of today.
An empire as big as the Rockefellers and the Vanderbilts.
But no one knows her name. So let's go back in time to the 1880s.
Madre, un telegramma dal Vaticano.
It was the first time that the Pope allowed a mission be led by a woman. They were always under the auspices or under the authority of some men.
5 Points was a nightmare. The slums of New York. She must have had a completely different idea when she first arrived.
She had to work really hard to establish her mission there.
Everyone in the world can see this movie and be transformed by her life.
You know who Cabrini was before watching the film?
I was not familiar with Cabrini's story.
I didn't know about her before.
How do you girls feel now that you know her?
We're just talking about how seeing a woman represented as being like powerful and strong figure is something that we found very refreshing.
This isn't something that is seen recently in film, and this is going to be very groundbreaking.
She's just kept going despite all those reasons not to, and just followed the reasons to do it. And it's just very inspiring.
This is the ultimate underdog story. She found her way.
She was a woman ahead of her time, and she was a great businesswoman. She was very smart about how to sustain her projects.
She was like an entrepreneur. Like she was like that's why we compare her with the Vanderbilts and the Rockefellers. She was very, very, very organized.
I will see the mayor.
You will never see the
Mother
mayor.
Cabrini was told no over and over and over again, and she persisted.
Your mission is over, Mother.
My mission has barely begun.
You are to leave New York and never return.
We've screened Cabrini for private audiences all across America.
And thankfully, the reaction has been undeniable.
This movie is what the world needs today.
The production work rivals anything Hollywood is putting out.
If somebody doesn't like this movie, the problem is with the viewer, not the movie. It's that good.
It's about immigrants, it's about women, it's about making a way when someone says that there is no way. Like, it's just, there's something for everybody.
Brick by brick, she built this empire that would sustain itself.
A woman to be reckoned with, a force of nature. Absolutely will not take no for an answer.
It's a story about hope.
Sacrifice and love.
Her life shined a light in the world, and I wanted to shine a light in her life through the power of cinema.
The power that she had and the right words.
I left feeling very empowered. I'm being called to question how I can go out and change the world.
The same messages are needed today.
Her life is that light in our present darkness.
To the world, it's time to step up and participate in this mission.
Che cosa abbiamo fatto per i poveri, i malati, coloro a cui è stata strappata la dignità?
I probably could see it 3 or 4 more times.
One of the greatest movies I've ever seen.
She believed that a life not lived for others was a wasted life.
A waterfall starts with one drop. That's the power of one.
And like within 2 hours, she's like my new motivation in life.
She is not well known, is something that we want to fix.
This mission begins tonight, in this room, with you, gentlemen. Or it does not begin at all.
Wow. I should have shown that right at the first. What a beautiful, inspiring story. And truly, people who watch it are elevated and inspired by it. And we've got some reactions from some of you as well. Let's see some of those while we queue up the last questions. Cabrini is my #1 favorite movie. There you go. You, Margaret, and you feel the same as my 18-year-old daughter, Lily. Such excellent content. Wow. Yes. Sophie, I'm excited that it's streaming now so my mom can watch it. I'm excited for it too, Sophie. That's some people, it's really hard to get out to the theaters, and we are so grateful to those guild members who get out to the theaters because it has such an impact on the cultural conversation. But for those of you who just need to watch it at home, this is a great way to do it. For those who need a more cost-effective option, or like a lot of our married life, we weren't able to get a babysitter because we couldn't afford it. And so watching a movie at home was the only option. So for the price of a movie ticket, you can be watching the Cabrini as a member of the Angel Guild tonight, and then hopefully you'll stick with us long term and continue to have an impact monthly as an Angel Guild member. Barbara says, I love this story. Years and years ago, my grandmother told me about Mother Cabrini. Thank you for producing this. Barbara, I will pass your thanks along to the producers of this film. Eustace Wolfington, who was in this video, Alejandro Monteverde, the director, Leo Severino, also in the video. These and their teams are the ones who made this beautiful film happen. And we at Angel Studios and members of the Angel Guild feel so much gratitude that we were entrusted to release this film. We gave it all that we had. This film deserves everything that each of us have once we see it, and it can inspire an entire generation. Thank you for that comment. B says, love this movie. It's a masterpiece. That's a good comment to conclude on. Thank you, B. Do we have any closing questions? We can make this a short night, and I hope you'll go and enjoy Cabrini, and we hope that many of you will join the movement as members of the Angel Guild. So last question, Mary says, are you going to market any of those beautiful scenes? That's a great question, and in fact, we have discovered that scenes often are more effective than even the trailers for marketing films. And so you'll be seeing scenes of Cabrini helping to spread this show and spread its message. And please share the word and invite people to enlist in the Angel Guild. And those of you who haven't joined us, we invite you to join us. We have so many exciting announcements at our event on May 9th next month. You can hear about the impact that all the members of the Angel Guild are having. And until then, enjoy Cabrini. And the world is too small for what people like you are able to accomplish when inspired by a story like Mother Cabrini.
Open your eyes. This is America, the greatest nation on earth. where rats have it better than Italian children.
If we are to build an empire of hope, we must first conquer New York.
Our New York is being threatened by a wave of brown-skin filth.
They just keep coming. We ought to ship them all back.
We have to show America we are all people of dignity. I want to build an orphanage and give the abandoned children the love they so badly need.
If you're asking my permission,
No, your mission is over, Mother.
My mission is barely begun. This is a beautiful place to live in. Now we need to fill it with children.
Be careful. This place will eat you alive.
you're under arrest. Even the Pope cannot protect you from what may come.
You have to learn to face your fears.
Who the hell do you think you are?
I am a woman, and I am Italian. We are all the same, all human beings, children of God.
I believe I'm being threatened by a nun.
Most of these Italians are already Americans. You have an election coming up, do you not?
And I thought you were new at this.